There's this giant, massive earthquake that hits Japan. It's like a magnitude 8. It really does its damage. First, things are normal, and then Japan gets hit by this earthquake. Granted, Japan deals with a lot of earthquakes, but they're relatively minor. The most that will happen is like figures or plates might get knocked off the shelves and break, but not whole buildings collapsing and heavy gym lockers that are pretty stationary falling on people. Not just like these buildings collapse, but even like planes and helicopters start going down. And you're like, oh, damn. And so the rest of the show is just, these people surviving, trying to make it through the end, and there's this main character called Ayumu. And I do not like Ayumu. Dude, I hate Ayumu. I'll say it. I hate her. She's not really redeemable, and like the way she's written is very frustrating and very irritating to sit through. It kind of takes on a more realistic approach of how someone would react, and especially here's this girl who's in this track club that here's this horrific event that happens, and she somehow magically survives it through like sheer luck. And then she's kind of traumatized by the guilt of taking her phone rather than trying to help somebody who's barely clinging on to their own life. And that is kind of understandable. I think a lot of people, if put into that kind of situation, would do that, would prioritize their belongings over trying to help other people, either because they don't believe that they're capable or strong enough to try to get these people out. But that's not really the issue I have with Ayumu. The issue I have with her and her character comes later, and she does deal with a lot of stuff. From there, she really starts to get whiny, complacent, annoying, and insufferable. And I don't know, man. I think Ayumu kind of breaks this show for me. For the most part, it's a pretty good show. Up until the end. The end is like, you want something to watch and you want to experience it, then I think it's definitely worth giving a shot. But just kind of keep in mind, Ayumu is probably going to be very difficult and very challenging to like deal with as one of the main protagonists of the show.